Hey y'all, today we're gonna make crock pot basil lime chicken.
Oh, I'm having a whole lot of fun.
Look at that, look at that. Hi, welcome back to another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes with the good old boy and Miss Cris. And today we're gonna cook up another recipe straight from recipes.crock.com. Originally on her original blog called...
Goodness gracious.
I'll put a link down below if you want to see the grilled recipe of this.
Yes, so this was originally one of the most popular recipes on Goodness Gracious. It was a marinade and then a grill with a kind of sauce afterwards. Saucy. And everybody loved it. And I got to thinking the other day that it would make a really good slow cooker recipe with just a few tweaks to it. So that's what we're here doing today, and I think you guys are gonna love it. This is such a flavorful chicken, and it is super yummy.
It's not a fast recipe by any means. This one's gonna take a little bit of work, y'all, but it's worth it.
You could make it the night before, and yeah, and let it marinate overnight so you don't have to wait. Like, we want it to marinate at least an hour.
But the longer the better, the more flavor you're going to get, the more it's going to soak into that chicken.
Yep. So for the marinade, which is what we're going to start with.
So what you need are the following ingredients for the marinade to start out with. You need 2 limes. You want to juice them, and you also want to zest them. Down in here, it's hard to see if you can see it kind of swirling around and now spilling all over the counter. Oops. That is the juice as well as the zest of 2 limes. You also want 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Not Popeye. You want 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
Oh my.
We don't. That's great value from Walmart, but it still works. You want 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. You want 3 tablespoons of Shire sauce. You want 3 green onions that have been chopped. And you want 2 cloves of garlic. You could also use 2 tablespoons of minced garlic that's already been, the freeze-dried mince. We usually use that, but I saw we had some cloves of garlic. I thought, well, we're going to chop them up. And then salt and pepper to taste.
And 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken.
In a bag, just like that. Now, we use thighs. If you want to use breasts, you can, but we're not going to tell you how to do that because we use thighs. Why? Well, we like thighs better. So we've got 3 pounds. This is about 3.5 pounds, I think. I just took the package that was there, tossed it in a gallon-sized baggie, and then I did that.
And if you do chicken breast, it will be very similar. You're just going to have to test your cooking time.
Yeah.
So,
Kim,
we're just going to mix this all in together and
give it a stir.
Yes. And then we'll just pour it into
the bag.
Yes. Sorry.
Here, take that.
That's a mess. Yes.
That is a mess. Just put it all in a bowl. Little bit of salt. I'm not going to oversalt it. 1, you've got soy sauce in there, and 2, well, you can always salt it more later. Salt and pepper. Give her a stir, and then
you just pour it in the bag.
It's always good to have a lovely assistant who will hold the bag of chicken. Right in there it goes. Just like, oh my gosh. The smell, the aroma of those limes with that garlic, and then the Shire sauce has got a lot of stuff in there, and the soy sauce,
yes,
and the Dijon mustard, that's got a very, 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 very
and the raw chicken.
To it. Well, yeah, the raw chicken too, which we're going to fix that. We're going to cook it, but first we're going to marinate it, so I'm going to just rub it up in there like that. Just rub that chicken.
And then you can put this, you might put it on a plate inside the refrigerator away from your other food since it's raw. And then we'll see you back here in an hour when we show you the slow cooking step.
Well, for us, that's 3, 2, 1. And it's been a little bit over an hour. We've been doing some other recipes and other stuff and let our chicken soak in that lime and olive oil and all the spices and onions. And
yep.
It still smells good.
And what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of the marinade and just let it cook in its own juices. So you're not going to add extra liquid, and we're not going to pour all this liquid down in there. We're just going to let...
You don't want to braise it.
No, we want it because we're going to add a special, like, sauce. It's not really a sauce. It's not a special topping, I guess, to it at the end. with the fresh lime juice and the basil and all that. So that's going to be a dressing would be what that would be called. See, I'm searching for my words. So we're going to be doing that. So we don't want all of this liquid cooked into the chicken beyond what it did for the marinade.
Nope, it marinated just enough.
Yep. So we're just going to plop these down in there. Really easy.
That is a very old Ninja. That's our very first Ninja insert right there.
Yeah, we have it in a new Ninja.
She still works though. Look
Yep.
at that. It smells so good.
Oh, she's yelling at us.
Probably because we've got an old pot in the new Ninja insert, which still works. It's the same insert.
I think it means she's ready to cook.
Oh, yes she is. That's why she's about ready to put that chicken in there.
Okay, so what we're going to do, other than clean up the mess I'm making once the cameras are shut off,
I'll clean that up later.
is we are going to cook this on, you can cook it on low for 4 to 5 hours until your chicken is tender, or you can cook it on high for 2 to 3. If your slow cooker cooks especially hot, you might even check it at like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes for your chicken to be fork tender. That's what we're looking for. So yeah.
Gosh, that looks really good. I want to eat it right now, but I know it would not be good, so I'll wait.
No,
Man,
and I need to clean up my station here because I've got it. I've got this all over me. So I'm gonna let you snap.
She's gonna go take a shower while I go ahead and do 3, 2, 1. And we are back, and dude, the chicken is done.
It's cooked for about 2 hours, and I want you to see how many juices cooked out of this. Now, reminder, this did not cook in the marinade. Hello, steam. See all there's plenty of liquid.
Yep. All kinds of liquid.
Okay, so while I plate this up onto a plate, Mike's gonna put together the dressing for us.
Yes, and for the dressing you need another lime with its zest. 1 lime with zest right there. You also need 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, or for our friends across the pond, fresh basil. You want to have 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And then you also want to have, and I'll show you right here, 2 cloves of garlic that have been minced, as well as 3 more green onions, and we just use the green parts because it makes it pretty and we don't need all the rest of the heat from the white of the bulbs. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this measuring cup that has my extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to dump in my lime. I'm going to dump in my basil. And then I'm going to show you that really cool trick again.
Oh, man.
And then we're going to throw stuff all over the floor, I guess. Now, you saw earlier where you got this cutting board, right? And it's got that little hole that everybody thought was a handle. Well, if I just take, and I'm sorry I can't show you this with the overhead, I'm going to take the back of my knife so I'm not scraping on camera, because you know I'd never do that off of camera. Jan, that's right, I'm calling you out, lady. And I'm going to take and scoop my garlic and my onion
Made a huge mess.
and put it all in there.
Aki's
like
down
that.
here on cleanup crew.
He's sniffing like crazy. Let me grab, I'm just going to take this fork and I'm just going to mix it up. Oh yeah. Woo! That garlic and that onion mixed with that basil smells so good. Actually, I probably should have done this with a spoon. So let me grab one. Mix it up, and if you want to show them how pretty this looks when I do what I'm about to do. We're getting like all gourmet sexy here, y'all.
Well, what's really cool about this is it sounds, now see, we're both covered in this.
I've got a pocket full of dressing.
But it sounds like it is complicated, but really it is as easy as what we have been showing you here.
Look at that.
It just brightens it right up, and those flavors are going to brighten right up too. I know it kind of
smells so crazy good in here.
feels a little bit more complicated than just dumping things in, but I think you guys are really going to be impressed.
Hey, I'm doing it. Trust me, it's not that hard.
You guys are going to be really impressed with the flavor involved.
Just like that. That right there is a picture in itself. In fact, if you don't mind,
Oh, you're going to take a picture, huh?
I want a picture of this. I'm going to put this on my Instagram. Look at that. How pretty that is. Wowzers. That looks amazing. Okay,
Okay.
Photo shoot's over.
No,
now it's time to eat.
No, it's not. This is what happens in a food blogger house.
She has to go take pictures. We'll be right back. And she's back, and the pictures have been taken. Now check this out, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. You got that basil and that onion, all that green on top of there. And I wish you could smell, again, smell vision. Someday the technology will be here, but until then you just got to take our word for it. This smells so good right now. So I'm going to take me a scoop. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to come up here and see our friends.
And take the plate away from me.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that goodness right there. And it smells so good, y'all. I gotta get me a. And it's fall apart tender. One, we're using thighs, and two, it cooked down in its own juices like that, so it falls apart.
What you think, dear?
Between the basil
Oh yeah.
and the lime, it just tastes fresh. You know what I mean? It's got that fresh.
It tastes like basil lime chicken.
Who'd have thunk? How about this? It tastes really good. This is perfect dinner.
I love this because this is a different flavor than what you're used to getting from a slow cooker recipe. Usually you think a lot of the creamy sauces and those kinds of things, but this has a whole different flavor. It is so good. So good.
The basil makes it taste basil-y. I don't know, grassy. If there's
not grassy, it's
not
fresh.
grassy. Yeah, it's got a fresh.
It has a bright flavor to it.
Yeah, and when you put that bright flavor with that lime, it really pops it out.
Absolutely.
No more sauce needed, I don't think.
No, oh, this is yummy. The dressing is totally yummy. So you could serve this, if you're not eating low carb, you could serve this with our crock pot parsley potatoes. It would go very well. If you are eating low carb, you could eat this with our roasted broccoli. Would be very yummy because you could use that dressing with the broccoli to kind of dip the broccoli into.
Yeah.
So, but if you like this recipe, we'd love for you to give us a thumbs up. If you are not already a member of the Crock Posse, we'd love for you to click subscribe and become a member of our slow cooking family.
So
if you would like notified every time we upload a video, we'd love for you to click the bell down below.
we call that the ding-a-ling.
Yes, but whatever you do,
Laugh often
eat good food.
and speak life.
Bye guys.
Bye, y'all. I gotta get me some more of that.
Yum, yum, yum.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link below.